What's up everyone, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to Hitway for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their e-bikes. This is the BK29M model. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I love the motorcycle type look with the motorcycle type headlight, and this thing is actually like small and nimble. I don't know how to explain it. I've reviewed some other e-bikes that are a bit larger. This is like so sick. It's like the perfect size, and not just that, this will be great for teenagers as well. I'm gonna go over everything you need to know about this e-bike. We're gonna talk about the specs, we're gonna do a speed test, a brake test, and an off-road test, because we are at the VoltedAdventures testing ground after all. But first, let's start with the specs. So what we got here is the Hitway BK29M electric bike. It features a 750 watt hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery. This should give you an estimated range between 34 and 49 miles depending on riding conditions and riding mode. We got 20 by 4 inch fat tires for a smooth ride, mechanical brakes with 160mm rotors front and rear. This bike also comes with a front fork and a rear monoshock. We have a Shimano 7-speed with a Shimano derailleur, a very large comfortable seat. There's also this cool motorcycle style headlight and an active brake light. That's always good. The total weight of this bike is 73 pounds with a maximum load of 264 pounds. And up on the handlebars we have a half twist throttle, our rear brake, and our Shimano gear changer. In the center we have our nice display, and on the left side we have our front brake, our on and off button and mode selector, and a bell. And that is pretty much it for the specs. I will have a link in the description if you want to check this bike out. Let's get started with this review. I want to show you the starting procedure, but there's one thing you need to know. So this battery has an on-off switch. Hopefully you guys can see it. So if it's off, it won't work. You gotta flick that onto on. And once it's on, very simple, just hold the power button for like 2 seconds. The screen will turn on, and hopefully you guys can see the screen well. But once the screen is on, we have 4 modes technically. 0, where it's just like a normal bike, no throttle input. We have 1, 2, and 3 pedal assist modes. The pedals do correlate to the throttle, so if you're on pedal assist mode 1, the throttle will only give you what pedal assist mode 1 speed is, and so on and so forth on the second one and the third one. I did notice that the throttle has a bit more torque than if you were to use the pedals, and I think this is more for like safety reasons. It kinda, so if I start at pedal assist 3 and go, it's gonna have a lot more torque than if I start pedaling. It's gonna kinda ease into the power. But for the speed test, we're gonna use the throttle only, and I want to compare it to GPS. I forgot my phone mount today, but it's okay. We're at pedal assist mode 1. Again, I'm going to be using throttle only. And yeah, the torque is crazy when you use the throttle. Pedal assist mode 1 or mode 1 is very chill. The bike is showing 9 miles an hour. I'll wait for my phone to catch up on the GPS. So phone showing 8, bike is showing 9. We'll go with the phone. Okay, let's flick it up to pedal assist 2. Oh yeah, you can hear that thing working. So it shows 15.5 on the bike, and my phone is showing 14. Okay, sometimes it takes the phone a second to catch up, but we'll go with 14. And now pedal assist 3. Yeah, the torque is crazy on this bike when you're using the throttle. Again, we're not using the pedals, just the throttle. Now they match up. That's interesting, or close to matching up. Problem with the phone GPS is it doesn't go by increments. So bike is showing 19.8 and my phone is showing 19. Again, I don't know, it could be 19 point something. I just don't know. It doesn't go like that. But ooh, it's windy today. Okay, 19 miles an hour. So if I'm not mistaken, this makes this bike type 2 or class 2 e-bike according to California's DMV. I'll throw that graphic up on the screen so you guys can see that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a type 2 class 2 because it doesn't go over 20 miles an hour. Okay, so that was the speed test. Now I want to try a braking test. We'll do it from the highest speed, obviously. Turn around here. Now there's a bush right there on the right, and we're gonna hit our brakes as soon as I get to that bush. So 3, 2, 1, brake. Ooh, that was good. Oh man, that was excellent. So bush to bike is about 10 feet, maybe 8 to 10 feet. Let's run it one more time for science sake. That was pretty good. Now these mechanical brakes are adjustable, just like any regular bicycle. I did not touch mine. That's just how they are out of the box. But you could give them a bit more bite if you wanted to. 3, 2, 1. You know what? I think this is a bit better than last time even. Yeah, this is again 8 to 10 feet. That's pretty impressive. So that was the braking test. To be honest, I'm super impressed by that. The stopping distance was insane. Now, before we move on and do our off-road test, let's just talk about the bike itself. Super maneuverable and nimble. I'm loving this. It's got a certain vibe to it I can't really put into words. It's just a really cool experience, and very agile too. Fat tires are making the ride nice and smooth, and turning radius is insane on this thing. So small, crazy. You can turn on a dime, and just love carving with this thing. It's so small and fairly low to the ground. As I said earlier, this will fit. Some of the bikes I review are rather large, so maybe teenagers or whatever aren't going to be able to ride them or enjoy them fully. This is perfect for that. And it's I mean, very stable. Very stable bike, very stable frame, and frame design is pretty cool. Oh man, you can do some cool things with this bike. Now as far as like wheelies and things like that, it'll lift up real fast. Whew, look at that. That is crazy. So if you know what you're doing, yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can definitely wheelie this thing. Only issue I see, I'm not really a wheelie guy, I wish I knew, but only issue I see is the rear brake being where the gas is. So I don't know. Another cool thing is, check this out. So coming over here, I had to use the bike. I was in pedal like the highest mode 3, and so far I did 5 miles, and look at the energy bar. If you guys can see clearly, it hasn't even budged, which is pretty cool. Now other things that you can look at is the odometer. If you click on the power button real quick, it'll show you the current trip, voltage. But pretty good that 5 miles into it and the power meter hasn't even budged at all. That's pretty impressive. Now it's time to hit our famous trail, and I want to see how this thing handles this trail. Hopefully we don't get a flat. And I want to see how does the suspension act up here, because it has dual suspension and that's rare to find at this price point. Yeah, it's taking these heels with no problem. By the way, the camera does not show this ever. The GoPro doesn't show this, but this trail is not smooth, ups and downs, very bumpy. You can hear it on my voice. And this thing is tackling it with no problem at all. Very good. Suspension is nice. Again, you know, let's be realistic. This is not gonna be the craziest suspension in the world, but definitely beats. There's another guy using my track. Did he get permission? Did he get tickets to use my track? Well, anyways, yeah, so I mean, it definitely beats having hardtail and no front suspension, that's for sure. Now let's see how the frame held up to this little off-road section. Okay, this is when I test things. Still good. Headset is nice. Nothing is creaking. And overall, really nice. I'm super impressed with this little bike. I love the frame of it. It's such a tiny bike. As far as the motor goes, I always say that some of the bikes that I review, it feels like the motor is restricted, quote unquote. This definitely feels restricted. It stops at around 19 miles an hour, but it feels like it has a lot more to give. I wonder if there's a way to unlock it. I'm gonna check that out and look into it. It feels like it can go easily 25 miles an hour, which it doesn't seem like much, but it's a big difference when you're on these things. I think that is pretty much it, guys. My name is Tom. This has been the Hitway BK29M electric bike. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button. But that is pretty much it for me, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.